If you clicked on this video, you're probably either thinking about moving to Panama City Beach or the 38 corridor, or maybe buying an investment property here. And you've probably been seeing all over the news that the real estate or that the homeowners insurance prices have it's apocalyptic, and the insurance companies are pulling out and the rates are going sky high, and it's going to be the end of real estate and nobody's ever going to live in Florida again, and real estate prices are going to crash. You're going to come scoop up a deal or something to that effect. I don't wish that was the case, but if real estate prices crashed, I'm sure that I could sell a lot of houses and make more money. But that's not what's going to happen. In this video, I'm going to tell you guys, I'm going to tell you the insurance that I pay on my house, exactly what it costs. We can talk about investment property real estate or investment property insurance. I'm used to talking about real estate prices. We can talk about insurance rates on investment properties if you want. I own several of them here, both short-term and long-term. I'm going to tell you what some of the big boys in the real estate industry have said, Universal and Citizens and some of the big companies, whether they're pulling out or not. I've got some quotes from them. So we're going to get into all of it right now. Okay, I'm standing here in my beautiful 4-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,200 square foot house. I have a lake in the backyard, and I am just 1 block off of the beach. So I'm about as close to the beach as you can get without being on the beach. I have a roof that's just a couple of years old. I have hurricane clips. I have a new AC system. I have new hot water heaters. These are all the things that the insurance companies look at when you get a 4-point inspection done. My house is all remodeled. So, and what I pay for my insurance on my house, give me a drum roll. I pay $6,200 per year. And some of you might be going, holy crap, that's so much. It's so high. I only pay $1,800 or $1,500, and I live in Ohio. Well, let me try to justify the insurance rates a little bit for some of you who may be thinking about moving here or investing here from out of state. And that is, I looked up the personal income tax rates for some of the other states of where I see a lot of people coming from, Florida. We're in Florida, from Georgia, from Alabama, and Ohio, places like that. We do see a lot of Tennessee license plates here, but Tennessee doesn't have a income tax. So you guys, you're just going to have to suck it up on these insurance rates. But if you live in some of these other cities, and some of these other states, like Ohio is 5.7%, Georgia is around 5%, Alabama is at 5%. So if you think you make $100,000, your income tax rate, the income taxes you pay at 5% on $100,000 is $5,000. At 5.75 is $5,750, obviously. If you're a couple and there's 2 of you working, you both make $100,000, you're paying $10,000 to $12,000 a year in income tax, which you would not be paying here in Florida. So even if your insurance rate, you're still got to pay homeowners insurance in those other places. So that's kind of a wash right there. The money you would save on your income taxes hopefully would make up for the extra money you pay in your homeowners insurance. And it's not just Panama City Beach or Tampa that's going to see these increases. It's everywhere where there's a beach. If it's Texas, Louisiana, Florida, all the way up, every beach in the world has a threat of hurricanes. I'll pop in a picture here of every hurricane that has hit the U.S. since 1880, I believe. And if you look, there's one that went right through the middle of Iowa. And we all know that Helene just cut a swath of a path of devastation up through Georgia and North Carolina into Tennessee, and it's horrible. I personally think that everybody's rates are going to start going up no matter where you live in the country, because insurance is a big pool of money, and when there's a problem over here, they just take money out of the pool of money. So they got to get money from everywhere. It's not just going to be these little beach communities that got hit with the hurricane that are going to see rates increase. So rates are going to have to go up everywhere. That's my thought on the subject. So what are the big boys, the insurance carriers? What are they saying about this whole situation? I know we've seen some carriers pulled out of here. I pulled out of Florida a couple of years ago, and DeSantis said he's going to try to negotiate to get these insurance companies to come back into Florida. You know, places like California, I know we've seen a lot of the insurance companies pull out of there because of the wildfires and things. So I've got some quotes here on my handy dandy computer that I'm going to read to you guys. I'll pop them in here on the screen maybe, and I'll put a link down below if you want to look at it, but I'm going to give you all the meat of the information here. So, and this is with the interview with a news station out of Jacksonville. So Citizens Property Insurance, which is Florida's state-backed insurer, so they get money from the government to back them up. Citizens, and also if you have a property close to the beach like this, you might end up with Citizens because nobody else will insure it. Or if it's older, if you don't have a new roof, Citizens is kind of your last resort. I do have Citizens on some of my houses. Sometimes that's just your only option. So they said, Citizens right now is in a very strong financial position. We've seen about 80,000 claims related to Milton. We expect to pay all claims from both Milton and Helene without needing to levy assessments on non-citizens policyholders. So no state of emergency there for them. So this article goes on to say, State Farm echoes the sentiment, emphasizing their dedication to Florida's insurance market. Their quote is, "We plan to maintain a responsible growth strategy to preserve financial strength. We are encouraged by recent reforms and will continue collaborating with the Florida legislature and the Office of Insurance Regulation." And then Universal Property Casualty, better known as UPC. I have a couple of my houses with UPC also. They said, "We've been providing property insurance in Florida since 1998. As Floridians ourselves, we are committed to the state with most of our employees based here." So that doesn't sound like they're pulling out. Progressive Home Insurance adds, "We have implemented changes to rebalance our exposure, but we continue to write property insurance in Florida." And Slide Insurance, which I actually had Slide for a brief period of time. Slide Insurance and Castle Key Indemnity Company also remain committed to staying. They are working to maintain long-term stability and protect Florida customers. So it doesn't sound like everybody's running for the hills there. Sounds like the big boys in the insurance game are sticking around. And I'm not going to go into in this video what I pay for my insurance on my rental properties. I do have both short-term and long-term rental properties. So if that's something you're interested in, leave me a comment down below and I'll break that off into its own separate video because I think we've got I don't want this video to be 20 minutes long. I think you just want to get here and get a little bit of information and get out. But if you are looking at investment properties, leave me a comment down there. I have short-term, long-term. And I would say if you're going to look at investment properties, you need a real estate agent who owns investment properties, either short-term or long-term. And if you're looking to move here, you need an agent who actually lives here and has been here for a long time and understands the local market. I like to say, if you haven't seen any of my other videos, I like PCB so much I moved here twice. We've been here for over 10 years, but we did leave and we moved down to the Virgin Islands for a couple of years and then we moved back. So I actually moved here twice. The key takeaway here is you've got to understand what it actually costs if you want to live in Florida or you want to have investment properties here. And an agent like myself is able to help you calculate those things. I have insurance agents and mortgage brokers and people that I work with. And before you drive down here and spend, or up here, wherever you're coming from, before you drive here and you spend a month looking at properties and then you decide it's too expensive, not just the house prices, but just the ancillary costs associated with owning, whether that's the HOAs on a condo, the insurance on a house, the taxes. I want you to understand all those things because I don't want you to waste time and energy coming down here and then not buy anything. I don't want to waste my own time and energy. I want you to have all the information you need to make an educated decision. So if you're thinking about moving here, if you're thinking about buying investment properties here, I'd love to help you out. Give me a call and let's talk about real estate. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Let me know if there's anything else you want me to make a video about and I will do it for you because I'm here to help you buy and sell real estate here in PCB and along 30A. Thanks for watching.